Don't do anything in real estate in 2025 until you watch this video. Hey everyone, my name is Stephen Kim, team lead and broker of the Stephen Kim Group, and we operate in Toronto in the GTA. We are high performing agents with boots on the ground experience, and we do a lot of volume every single year. And I gotta share with you, this is my absolute favorite video of the year, my top predictions as we move into the preceding year. Now, sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. I wanna share with you how we get this information, how we come up with the predictions is in two ways, twofold. Number one, it's by our boots on the ground experience, helping hundreds of families every single year attain their real estate goals and dreams. And number two is it's based on the data. Yes, I am a nerd. I geek out huge on the numbers, the analytics, the trends year over year. I absolutely love it to give us the best position and the best information to help our clients make the most informed decisions on potentially one of the largest purchases of their lives. Let's get right into it. My top 7 predictions, real estate predictions into 2025 for the Toronto and the GTA market. So number 1 is the Toronto real estate market in 2025. It's going to be boring, really, really boring. And that's actually good news, because the market that we saw back of late 2021, early 2022, that was actually extremely unhealthy. And even then in mid 2024, we saw high levels of inventory, which gave buyers tons of choice and turned it into almost the complete opposite of an extreme buyer's market for certain segments of the real estate population. Now, what I mean about boring is that it's going to be a balanced market in terms of months of inventory to 2025. Now, a balanced market in Toronto hovers around 4 to 5 months of inventory. And I predict that the Toronto condo market is going to be closer to that 5 months of inventory. But what I want you to pay attention to is the freehold market. That freehold market is going to begin to tighten. And you're going to say, well, how come? That's mainly fueled due to the fact that the mortgage rules in Canada have changed. And so that now allows for less of a down payment, longer amortization, which favors buyers kind of getting into that category of $1 million to $1.5 million homes. Number 2 is after 5 consecutive rate cuts from the Bank of Canada totaling 1.75%, but drop, I predict that the Bank of Canada will continue on its path to cut rates. Now, a lot of economists predict the same. I think we're going to end up year 2025 around 2.5% by the end of, again, 2025. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is we are on targets to hit our inflationary goals, which is great. Some things to consider, though, is we are in a weakened Canadian economy. And we say that R word, recession, and everyone starts to run for the hills. We didn't really have a hard recession. If anything, we had a soft recession. Our economy hasn't really grown, but there have been segments that are weak and there are segments that have been not as weak, if I can say that. So again, Bank of Canada, we're end of 2025. I think we're going to hover at the overnight lending rate around 2.5%. What to pay attention to? Prediction number 3 is the pre-construction market. Now, the pre-construction market from 2024 will be very similar as we move into 2025. Now, with higher interest rates and a weakened Canadian economy, many investors pulled out of the pre-construction game and they look to invest their money elsewhere. Sales dropped 90%, that's right, 90% below the 10-year average, and the number of new condo construction starts in the GTA during the first 3 quarters of 2024 dropped by 73% during the same period in 2022. So yes, the pre-construction market definitely took it on the chin in 2024, and I anticipate and predict that it's going to continue down this trajectory into 2025. Number 4, purpose-built rental units will continue to flood the market, which will inherently continue to bring down rental prices into 2025. Now, I predict it's probably going to be about another 2 to 5% that we're going to see a drop in rental prices. Now, Toronto itself, just Toronto, not the GTA, is slated to see 40,000 new condo units hit the market in 2025. Now, again, these are not all going to be rental units. Some are going to be end users. But what that means is we're going to see more supply come to the market, which gives renters more choice. I predict that the rental market will, again, like I said before, the rental rates will decrease around 2 to 5% into 2025. There are 2 driving forces here. Number 1 is the fact that more rental supply will come to the market. The second driving force is that the Canadian government is slated to slash their immigration targets by 20%. That's right, 20% into 2025, opening the doors to only 395,000 new immigrants. And they aim to reduce temporary residents from 7% down to 5% into 2025, which means we will see a reduction in international students and temporary workers into 2025. And one thing to pay attention to is these purpose-built rentals. If you haven't heard about them, do some research, do some Googling. We are seeing many more purpose-built rental units come to the Toronto condo scene, Toronto rental market, and these are owned by large conglomerates, large corporations that own thousands of these units. And the interesting thing to note there is they are not rent controlled. So there is a business in the business. So something to pay attention to as we see more purpose-built rental units come to the market. Number 5, the Toronto resale condo market will continue trending the way it has been in 2024 straight into 2025. It's almost kind of this flat line. I predict that one-bedroom units will continue to take the largest hit in terms of pricing, at least into Q1 of 2025. Again, with over 40,000 new units coming to the market, buyers are going to be given more choice, which will continue to help soften prices at least Q1, probably Q2 into 2025. Number 6, the average price of a home in Toronto is going to go up. I predict it's going to go up around 6%. And you're going to say, well, how can you predict that? I can predict that based on what we're experiencing right now with our buyers in the market. And if we take a look at the actual 45-year sales average recorded by TRREB in the bullish markets, in the slow markets, in the fast market, in the slow market, in the stagnant market, we've seen around a 6.7, almost a 7% increase on a property year over year in Toronto. Now, pay particular attention to the townhome and semi-detached markets in Toronto, as most of these homes land within the $1 to the $1.5 million range. And this has become, quote unquote, more affordable for buyers due to the new policy changes in mortgage rules that took place in December 1st, 2024. Now, don't forget this segment, pay attention to the months of inventory. We have consistently seen this segment of homes reduced in terms of the months of inventory, which means less selection. So if you now think about it, you have more buyers that can qualify for kind of that move-up property, and we have less selection, what's going to happen? That's right, more multiple offer situations, and you will see, I promise you, this is not even a prediction, I promise you into 2025, you will see more multiple offer situations on townhomes in Toronto and semi-detached properties in Toronto into 2025, and you will see more multiple offer situations arise in the 905 in the detached segment, priced at $1 to $1.5 million. Absolute guarantee, not a prediction. Now, number 7, we will see 5% of realtors not renew their licenses into 2025. And yeah, that's sad because I'm in this profession and I don't like seeing people fail, right? In 2024, we saw the highest decline in membership recorded by TRREB since 1991. We saw a decline of 8%, which means 2024, we were just over 75,000 active members. And after an 8% drop, we dropped to just under 70,000 active members into 2024. And unfortunately, I think we are going to continue on that downward trajectory as we move into 2025. I'd love to hear your predictions, whether you think you believe me or not. Please make sure that you comment below, subscribe. Would love to hear from you. And most importantly, if you need a second opinion or you just need some advice, be sure to book the Calendly link. Book an appointment with me, 2-3 minutes. Let me help you navigate the real estate scene as you move into 2025 and even into 2026. It's worth a chat. And I wish everyone in 2025 much happiness, success, health, and most importantly, peace in your life. And as always, be great behind everyone. Take care.